Welcome to today's video, where we'll be covering the solved exercises of Grade 10, Chapter 13, titled The Oyster and the Pearl, a play included in the National Foundation English book, from pages 167 to 170. In this video, we'll go through all the important questions and answers from the chapter, step by step, just as they appear in your textbook, clearly explained and easy to follow. Let's get started with the first question. Let's begin with the comprehension questions from the play The Oyster and the Pearl. Question 1. What is Harry Van Deusen's philosophy of life? Harry believes that life isn't just about money or success. To him, kindness, helping others, and finding joy in simple things matter more. He values imagination, hope, and living a peaceful, good life, even means living modestly. Question 2. Why does Clay Larrabee want to find money? Clay wants to find money to help his hardworking mother, who is doing her best to support the family. He dreams of finding a pearl inside an oyster, one that could be worth $300, and believes that would solve their problems. Question 3. What message did Clay's father leave on the wall? Clay's father left a message saying he was going to sea and might never return. It was a sad and emotional goodbye, showing he abandoned the family. This deeply affected both Clay and his mother. Let's continue with the next 3 questions from the play. Question 4. How does Harry view his life in OK by the Sea? Harry truly enjoys his peaceful life in the small town. Even though he is no longer a preacher, he feels happy and relaxed. He finds joy in simple things, and likes to help people who visit his barber shop. For him, it's a meaningful life. Question 5. What dilemma does Miss McCutcheon face regarding her stay in the town? Miss McCutcheon is confused about whether she should stay in the small town, or return to the city. On one hand, the town feels too small for her dreams, but on the other hand, she genuinely cares about the children she teaches. This inner conflict makes her decision difficult. Question 6. How does Harry describe the people of OK by the Sea? Harry describes them as honest, simple, and kind-hearted. They may not be wealthy or well-known, but they live good lives and support one another. To Harry, their goodness lies in their hearts, not in their status. Let's move on to the next set of questions. Question 7. What does Miss McCutcheon think about the children she teaches? Miss McCutcheon believes the children in OK by the Sea are smart and full of potential. Even though they come from a small town, she feels they deserve love and quality education. In her eyes, these children can grow up to achieve great things. Question 8. Why does Clay believe there is a pearl in the oyster? Clay holds on to this belief because he is hopeful. He wants to solve his family's financial problems, and deep down, he believes that if he wishes hard enough, something magical might happen. This shows his innocence and strong faith in possibilities. Question 9. What does Harry plan to do to help Clay with the oyster? Harry secretly plans to put $300 inside the oyster, so that when Clay opens it, he'll believe he's found a valuable pearl. Harry does this not to fool him, but to protect his hope, to keep Clay's spirit alive and bring a moment of joy into his life. Question 10. How does Miss McCutcheon react to Harry's plan about the oyster? At first, Miss McCutcheon is a little surprised by Harry's idea, but soon, she understands that his heart is in the right place. She respects his plan because it's meant to make Clay happy, and keep his hope and faith in life alive. Question 11. What does Harry suggest might be the reason for Clay's faith in the pearl? Harry explains that Clay believes in the pearl simply because he wants to believe. Sometimes, when a person hopes for something strongly enough, their mind creates comfort through belief, and that belief, even if not real, can give someone strength to carry on. Question 12. How does Harry propose to give Clay $300? Harry secretly plans the money inside the oyster, so when Clay opens it, he thinks he's found a real magical pearl. Harry doesn't want to ruin the magic. He wants Clay to feel lucky, special, and full of joy. Question 13. What are the main themes of the play? The main themes of The Oyster and the Pearl are hope, kindness, community support, and the power of belief. The play shows how even in a small town facing struggles, people can come together to help each other and keep dreams alive. Characters like Harry and Clay remind us that even the smallest acts of kindness bring joy and completely change someone's life. It's a story that proves imagination and faith can turn something ordinary into something truly special, like finding a pearl in an oyster. Question 15. Do you think there was a pearl in the oyster? Yes or no? Give reasons. The answer is no, there was no real pearl in the oyster, but Harry planned to secretly place money in it, so that Clay would believe there was one. And that's the heart of the story. It tells us that sometimes, hope and belief matter even more than facts, because believing in something, especially when life is hard, can give people the strength to keep going. First, Harry Van Deusen. Harry is a kind-hearted, imaginative, and often humorous man, who works as a barber in the small town of OK by the sea. People admire him not because he's rich or powerful, but because of his warm nature, the way he brings joy to others. He often jokes that he has all the answers to life's problems, but behind humor is a man who cares. Harry doesn't just cut hair, he spreads hope, a little magic through the stories he tells. We see his true compassion when he tries to help Clay and his sister believe in something brighter, even if it means bending reality a little. Now, Clay Larrabee. Clay is a young, hopeful, innocent boy full of childlike wonder. He believes that a simple oyster is a magical pearl that could change his family's life. What stands out most is his deep concern for his sister and his quiet determination to help his mother. Clay's faith in miracles, his trust in Harry, his gentle heart, make him a truly admirable and lovable character. Alright, let's now move into the grammar section of this chapter. This part focuses on changing direct questions into indirect questions, a useful skill for both spoken and written English. Page 169 gives us a list of direct questions, and our task is to convert them into indirect form, making them more polite, formal, or of a longer sentence. Let's go through each one step by step, with clear explanations and correct answers. Let's now go through the first 6 sentences where we convert direct questions into indirect questions. Number 1. Direct. Where do you live? She asked. Indirect. She asked where I lived. Number 2. Direct. Are you coming to the party? He asked. Indirect. He asked if I was coming to the party. Number 3. Direct. What time does the train arrive? They asked. Indirect. They asked what time the train arrived. Notice we remove does and simply use the past tense arrived. Number 4. Direct. Have you finished your homework? The teacher asked. Indirect. The teacher asked if I had finished my homework. The perfect tense remains, but the question becomes a statement. Number 5. Why are you crying? He asked. Indirect. He asked why I was crying. Number 6. Direct. Do you have any share in that firm? She asked. Indirect. She asked if I had any share in that firm. Again, do is dropped. We use if, and the verb have becomes have. Number 7. Direct. What do you want me to do? He asked. Indirect. He asked what I wanted him to do. We shift the tense from do want to wanted, and change me to him. Number 8. Will you listen to me? He asked me. Indirect. He asked me if I would listen to him. Will becomes would, and again, we use if for yes questions. Number 9. Direct. Whose book is this? The teacher asked. Indirect. The teacher asked whose book it was. We move from question form to statement form, and is becomes was. Number 10. Direct. Have you ever visited Murray Hills? They asked. Indirect. They asked if I had ever visited Hills. Number 11. Direct. Can I see you tomorrow? She asked me. Indirect. She asked me if she could see me the next day. Can changes to could, and tomorrow becomes the next day. Number 12. Direct. What is the matter? He asked me. Indirect. He asked me what the matter was. We end with a basic structure, flipping the verb is to was to fit indirect speech. Alright, we've now reached the final part of this chapter, writing skills, found on page 170. This section focuses on 3 important forms of writing you'll often come across in your exams and assignments. Narrative writing, where you tell a story using clear structure, emotions, and detail. Essay writing, where you express your topic in a formal and logical way. Dialogue writing, where you write a conversation between 2 or more characters, keeping it natural and meaningful. So let's start with the narrative writing section first, and go through it step by step. In the quiet town of Croker's Landing, where the Mississippi River flowed slowly past a sleepy street, a young boy named Harry was always full of dreams. He lived with his little sister, and took care of her while his father, a fisherman, was away at sea. Their lives were simple, but Harry had a big imagination, and a bigger heart. One morning, Harry walked into the barber shop, where Mr. Beasley, the kind but absent-minded barber, greeted him with a smile. "Well, Harry," said Mr. Beasley, adjusting his crooked glasses, "what brings you here today?" "I'm looking for something," Harry said. "Something special. I want to find an oyster with a pearl inside." Mr. Beasley laughed gently. "A pearl? Well, that's not easy to come around here." Harry sat down and sighed. "I read that oysters sometimes hide pearls inside. If I could find one, I could sell it and buy something nice for my sister." Touched by the boy's innocent wish, you know, wishes sometimes come true in the most unexpected ways. As the day passed, various town folks came into the shop, each adding a layer to the story. Clay, the postman, brought mail and shared the latest town gossip. Miss McCutcheon, the school teacher, stopped by and asked Harry about his schoolwork. through their friendly chats. Later that afternoon, while sweeping the floor, Harry noticed something shiny in an old of Oyster's Mr. Beasley had received from a customer. His eyes widened. "Mr. Beasley, look!" Harry cried. Inside, to everyone's amazement, was a tiny but beautiful pearl. "Why, Albie," exclaimed Mr. Beasley, "you really found one." Harry beamed with joy. "Now I can do something nice for my sister. That pearl's worth more than my son. It's a sign of your love and hope. Keep dreaming. That's what keeps the world going." As the sun began to set over Croker's Landing, he realized that even the smallest dream, when fueled by love, could shine like a pearl in an oyster, rare, beautiful, and full of meaning. Let's now explore the essay writing section with a real-life inspired topic, a selfless act that made a big difference. This essay shows us how even one kind person can bring a positive change to someone's life. In our small neighborhood, there lives an old man named Uncle Jamal. He's not related to anyone, but everyone calls him Uncle because of his kind and caring nature. Last winter, something happened that showed me how one person's selfless act can change someone's life completely. My classmate Ahmed had been missing school for many days. We later found out that his father had lost his job, and the family was struggling to afford even warm clothes and basic food. Ahmed didn't even have a proper sweater to wear during the mornings. Most of us didn't know how to help, but Uncle Jamal noticed. A powerful beginning, and we'll continue the story in the next part of the essay. Stay with me. Let's now finish this inspiring essay and see how one small act of kindness made a big difference. One day, without saying anything, Uncle Jamal arrived at Ahmed's house with a big bundle. Inside were warm clothes, groceries, and a small envelope with some money. "Just a little help," he said with a smile, "so Ahmed doesn't miss any more school." Small act changed everything. Ahmed came back to school the next day, with a smile on his face. He worked harder than ever, and our class even raised some funds to help his family further. Uncle Jamal never asked for anything in return. His kindness taught us that one selfless act, even by someone who is little, can bring hope and happiness to others. It reminded me that real lies in caring for others, just like in the play The Oyster and the Pearl. And that brings us to the end of this touching essay. Up next, we'll look at dialogue writing, another important skill. Stay tuned. Now let's move to the final section of our writing skills, dialogue writing. This one is a conversation between two friends, talking about how important it is to work hard and keep a positive attitude. Let's begin. Opening scene. Ollie and Sarah meet during lunch break at school. Sarah looks excited. Ollie, "Hey Sarah, you look really happy today. What's the good news?" Sarah, "I got selected for the school debate competition. I've been working so hard on my speaking skills." Conversation begins. Ollie, "That's amazing. I remember how nervous you were about public speaking last month." Sarah, "I was. But I told myself I wouldn't give up. I practiced every day, and I kept a positive attitude even when I made mistakes." Ollie, "That's the spirit. Hard work really pays off. I think that's the secret behind every success story." Sarah, "Exactly. I used to believe talent was everything, but now I know that effort and attitude matter more." That's the first half of the conversation. Let's continue in the next part. Let's continue and complete the rest of the dialogue between Ollie and Sarah. Ollie, "I agree. When we stay positive and keep trying, we can overcome almost anything." Sarah, "Yes. Even small progress each day adds up in the end." Ollie, "I needed this reminder. I've been feeling frustrated about my math results, but maybe I just need to work harder, lose hope." Sarah, "Definitely. Believe in yourself, Ollie. You're smarter than you think. You just need to keep going and stay focused." Ollie, "Thanks, Sarah. Your journey really inspired me." Closing scene. Sarah, "Let's both keep working hard and helping each other." Ollie, "Deal. Together, we've got this." They smile and walk to their next class, feeling motivated. And that brings us to the end of the writing skills section for Chapter 13, The Oyster and the Pearl. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more solved chapters and learning tips. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video till the end. We hope this walkthrough of chapter and all the solved exercises helped you understand the topic more clearly, and gave you the confidence to prepare well for your exams. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends and classmates, and subscribe to the channel for more lessons just like this one. Also, feel free to leave a comment if you have a question, a suggestion, or if there's a specific topic you'd like us to cover next. Until then, keep learning, and keep growing. See you in the next video.